Hi guys, welcome back to the sewing room. I'm still working on this huge project. It's taking me forever. It is after Christmas, so I will be giving this New Year's Day or New Year's Eve. I'll give this to my husband. But I just sewed on, I had already sewed the top and bottom on, and I can't even remember if I put that in the video that I had uploaded previously, but anyway, I just sewed on one side, and it looks pretty good. It's coming out. Now I need to sew the other side on, and I have, is this it? No, this one's it. I sewed my materials together right here in the middle. I sewed that together, and then it made plenty long enough for the side, and I have extra, and I'll be using the extra to make a pillowcase. So keep watching. Alright, now what I wanted to show you is how I'm getting the long strip together with my my material here with my quilt. And if I'm doing this properly, I need to right sides together. I folded the quilt to make it a little easier to go through the machine and to kind of set on my table. So you want your right sides together. Always. So right sides together. That way the seam is on the inside. So, alright, I'm going to match it up with my material on the quilt. And I'm going to go all the way down and pin as I go. That's go this way. And you just pin. I'm putting a lot of pins in here because the material is going to move on me. So I'm just using more pins than what I usually would, and just be careful as you go. I will bring you back when I'm done pinning. Okay guys, I have my sheet that I'm going to put onto the back of my quilt. I have both of the right sides together, and I'm going to pin it. This is really difficult. When you work in a small space, it really is difficult. I have it on the pool table, and what I'm going to do is make sure I have a little bit extra at the bottom. I have a little bit extra at the top, so that's good. I'm going to fold this side. This side here is a lot longer than what I need it to. I'm not going to cut it until I've sewn that side and possibly this side. But what I need to do is kind of roll it up. Again, I want to make sure that the right sides are together, so as I sew, I'm not making a mistake. Cat over there doing something. When I pin this, let's see. Like I said, this is the difficult part, and then sewing it. Hey. Okay. Now, when I pin this, I'm going to pin it right to the side, all the way down, and then I'm going to sew. And once I get this side sewn, I'm going to come back out and do this again to make sure everything is going to line up properly, because this is the end. So that's what I'm doing. Hang tight. Alright, I'm in the sewing room now, and what I did, I'm going to move this. What I did was I pinned this side here to hold it. I pinned it with safety pins just to hold it. And go this way. I have 3 safety pins on this side in different spots just to hold that big group of material together. And I've already pulled out my table from the wall. Actually, I'm going to pull it out a little more. And you might wonder why I don't like move my sewing machine over to the end of the table, because there is probably about a foot more. It's because there's a drawer right here under the table, and I don't really fit under the table, so I whack my knee. And I've done that more times than not, and it really hurts. So this is really the only place I can sit while using the sewing machine. So ouch, I'm going to sew all the way down, and this is interesting, and I will show you sewing this side, okay? Watch and learn. Or just watch and laugh, maybe. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I do usually take the pins out as I go. Sometimes I don't. Run over pins before, and it's ruined my needle, so I'm usually careful with those. I do want to keep all of this up because it'll pull, and it'll pull my material down. I don't want that. I'd rather it be pulled that way. This might end up being thrown over my shoulder soon. How that just pulled. On the desk now. Ouch! I always pin myself. Almost there. now, grab my scissors. Oh, my needle needs to be in the up position. Okay, now that's done. There is extra material over here. I'm not going to cut that until after I sew everything, and then I'll cut it. So I will probably sew with it flipped this way and put the pins this way, so I know where I need to sew. I also made sure that I had enough bobbin thread when I did this. Yesterday I had to change my my top thread here, so I know I have plenty of that. That's a brand new spool. But down here I changed that one yesterday as well, but later on in the day. So this has plenty on there, but I still need to watch it. And the way I kind of watch it is, as my material is going through, I make sure that it's being sewn on the bottom as well, because I don't want to get halfway through, run out of bobbin, and not know it. That is a pain in the neck, because you take out pins as you go. I will bring... Everything is sewn together. What I did is I sewed a little bit here and a little bit here, so that when I flip it, it'll be a little bit easier to sew. I will flip it now. Through that hole, you're going to bring all of your material through. So, and I've got a sore thumb. Let's see if I can do this without pulling that nail off. I've never made this big of a quilt before, and I've never especially done it in such a small little area. Let's see what I'm doing. Hard telling what I'm doing in there. Okay. There's the, well, that will be the bottom. But there we go. Then top. And why do I say that is the bottom? Because when I sewed this other sheet, when I sewed the sheet on, this here part is like the top of the sheet. So if I decide to use this on the back side, that'll be at the top. I wanted to sew the bottom, because the bottom usually kind of messes up on me. That'll be the opening. Okay, let's... All right. That is not bad. I will iron down all of this on the outsides to kind of flatten it. I might wash it first and then iron it. I did wash all of my material. Make sure you wash your material first, because I guess it makes it a little easier when you're sewing it, and then if you wash it later it might shrink up or whatever. So I washed all of my material, but I'll probably wash it now that it's all put together. Then give it to my husband. Today is Friday, December 30th. So it's a week after Christmas, but he'll get it for New Year's. So I pulled out the corners, and what I need to do is sew the bottom together. And the way that I'll do that, I'm going to do that, I will probably sew it, or excuse me, iron the pieces down, just like I did the small quilt. If you did not see that Barbie quilt I made, look at that, because that's exactly what I'm going to do here, only on a larger scale. And I'm going to iron it. I think that'll help me keep it all down. Let me see if I can get my camera a little bit closer now, as I move around. Okay. Alright, this is what I'm talking about right in here. I've got thread everywhere. I need to iron this down, and then iron this so that when I sew it, it'll stay together better for me. And if you are a new sewer, it's best not to start with huge projects. Like I said, I've never made, excuse all my movement here, I've never made this large of a quilt before. I hand sewed, you know, a quilt like this. I just used little blocks. I hand sewed it years ago, and that was for a twin bed. But in this small area, with what I have, it's very difficult. It is rewarding though. I'm just going to sew, or excuse me, iron this down. That's going to make it a little bit easier to sew. Once I iron this and the other side, I'm going to pin it together, and then I'm going to sew it. I find that pinning really does help. It keeps everything in place. Then I'm going to and I want to make sure I have enough material that when I sew, it's going to keep down. I don't want that to come apart. There. Okay. Like I said, this is the bottom, because the bottom doesn't always come out that great. When I sew this, my objective is to have just the blue shown on the top of the quilt, but unfortunately this bottom part is going to end up kind of being shown. So that's why it's bottom. Okay. Guys, I might bring you back to show you the sewn product. I'm not sure. And I'm going to try to get my husband on film when he opens this. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, here is the finished product. It really looks good, and I'm very pleased with it. I have one pillowcase that I made the other day, and I have a video I'll be uploading on that. It's a simple, easy pillowcase, so watch for that. But here it is, everything sewn together well. Here is the bottom. Came out pretty good, and I sewed all the way from corner to corner. I had just pinned that one area that was open, but I did sew from corner to corner. I'm not going to sew all the way around the blanket, you know, to make this little area here. If it was a small project, I would. I do, but not with a big project like this. You can't tell. I'm pleased. I'm really happy. I think it came out well, and my husband is going to love it. So I will make another pillowcase, at least one more, and let me show you the top here. So this is what it'd look like on the reverse if we do choose to use that. So I just repurposed a sheet to make the back of it. Not too difficult to do that, to repurpose. Hard to get it all together, keep it from my husband, and surprise him. Here it is. It's on the bed. I made a video of this the other day, but I do not know where it went to, so I'm going to leave the cat alone. That's Josh. I just want to show you it's on the bed, and it fits wonderfully. Thanks everybody for watching, and thank you for your encouragement. Like, subscribe, and leave me a comment.